What happened last time? Who wants to remind me?
Well, what happened last time was I believe we had a bit of time passed, a bit of time had bad actually that was the session before. I believe the first thing that happened was in the aftermath of getting the calling Eniko and getting the offer from Rebecca. I know that Colton reached out to Christina, and they talked a bit. Ultimately, Christina said that despite everything, she does think Colton can be a better person. She thinks Colton can be that person he said he was back in college. And she ended up receiving a very interesting vision that he will be approached by what would seem to be an angel and offered sanctuary, support, strength, but it'd be in exchange for fealty. She didn't really give him. She didn't really tell him what she thought he should do, but she did warn him about that, just so he could be well informed when he makes that decision, whenever that comes. Believe after that. Believe well, it was not too long after that that Christina went back to the club to go tell Abaddon about the meeting she had with Ashley and Ashley's weird friend who knew apparently who this Lucifer guy was. So at that point, that Abaddon decided to show Christina something very secret, something very do not tell anyone under pain of death secret. And after being taken into the abyss with Abaddon and seeing this distant point of light, Christina was told a bit about it. People apparently had gone there before, but no one ever came back. Maybe this is where this person is Lucifer. Maybe this is where this person is. And she was told, go bring Roger here. Go bring Ashley's friend here to answer some questions. Sadly, Roger and Ashley were being kidnapped by a horrible shadow demon, which it does just seem par for the current course, really. And after that, Ashley said the horrible thing and said, I am your friend, Roger. I do appreciate you for who you are." To which Roger decided to try to kill her. After that, Christina got Ashley to the hospital. And after having another vision, another horrifying, horrible vision, which seems to be the only visions that Christina has nowadays, for the most part, of seeing Ashley getting horribly tortured to death by some sort of shadow realm, brought her to the Inferno Club. While all that was happening, though, Fiona was receiving an interesting offer when she was trying to repair her reputation. Just go kill this fucking wizard, this Darius guy. After what seemed to be agonizingly back and forth, she decides, yes, to go do so. She also gets some combat drugs. She does talk to Colton, who's able to figure it out mostly pretty quickly. Luckily, the Fae are there to whisk Colton away, where he ends up enjoying Maya's hospitality after she had, just his emotions, just enough to make sure that he, wants to stay. Also basically gets told that, Abaddon's not actually that old. She might actually, she's not been around that long, and, that makes Colton upset for reasons. So Fiona goes to kill Darius. Unfortunately, Harper is there, and while Harper is unfortunately unable to save Darius, as it would appear. Harper, though, is saved from death by an angel, and then she's saved from the fascist tyranny by Derzitz, who then whisks her promptly away to another realm. It is after that Darius, as it reveals, is actually not dead. As they take his body away, when he gets a moment alone with Fiona, he basically talks with her, more or less asks her why, to which Fiona again, after responding with a few arguments, does basically boil down to, "I'm mad my slaves got taken away." And ultimately does boil down to just hurting, spite. Even if the spite won't work, luckily though, Darius got through to her, and they whisked away. And well, Christina and Abaddon are pulling a little project to Looney Tunes portal Roger to the Inferno Club. Which, I mean, I think that they did. We did succeed the rollout, but we have not seen the resolution of that. And I think that's where we were leaving off, with Colton still in the Feywild, Christina with Abaddon trying to get Roger, and Darius and Fiona, I can only assumably imagine, heading to the Inferno Club.
Yeah, so let's pick up with the less tense situation. As Christina, as you enact the ritual, the operation, one of the rooms you have set up, as the sort of black hole opens in one of the walls, and you just see Roger like flying through it, as if gravity has been flying force for him in a different direction. See, like, Leon is right there to just, as like flies out, immediately dogpiles him. One punch as he like knocks him out, collapses to the floor. As Abaddon says, "Well, would you look at that? I bet he didn't expect that one."
No, I don't think he did. How long before you think he wakes up?
Well, looks at Leon and says, "Hopefully not too long, but well, might as well make sure he can't just run away." As she sort of gestures for Leon, and Leon will kind of grab him, and you see him like sort of taking off like the satchels, the gloves, most of the clothes, just kind of like leave him in. Like the only thing he leaves on is the mask, and like just like a pair of pants, basically. And then like sort of binds him. Well, yeah, I guess we'll wait 5-10 minutes at most. If not, then we'll bring in a Fae to heal him. Might be gravely injured.
Yeah, Christina will just nod at that.
As you're watching Leon do this, one of her bodyguards kind of enters the room and says, "My lord, Darius is here with the other demon. There's something urgent." As she nods, and you want to join me, or do you want to wait for Roger to wait?
I mean, he won't be going anywhere.
See what trouble has Fiona gotten herself into this time. I told him back then. I told him that this was gonna happen. I wonder who she's killed now.
Christina will just say, well, I was hoping that if she got into trouble, she'd reach out to me, but Suppose that might have been too hopeful.
Nods as you both walk, and you're taken into a different room where, as you enter, you see Darius and Fiona. And Darius looks like his body has, in fact, suffered quite a lot of injuries, as there are bits and pieces that are missing. Although he doesn't look like he's bleeding, it just looks unsettling.
The fuck happened?
He looks at you, Fiona, and says, "Do you need to do the talking, or do you think you can explain them?"
So I just say the truth?
Trust me, lying is not gonna earn us any favors.
Amazing. I just gotta look up. I happened.
Abaddon just walks silently, sits down in one of the armchairs, crosses her legs, and says, "Continue."
I lost my mind and it got wild. And for some reason, I thought all my worries will be solved after doing what I did.
What did you do this time?
I tried to kill Darius.
Why? What?
Some reasons that now when I'm thinking of, dumb and immature, but I did it. I didn't know he's still alive, but he brought me here.
No, don't skim over it. That doesn't matter. The reasons were dumb and immature. Dumb. What could possibly be so motivating for you?
It's spite and anger and a
Pretty
taste of revenge.
Pretty sure this man has done nothing to you. I find
No.
myself quite confused at those words.
I'm sure, yes. It's not about him. He's a nice guy and everything. But you aren't.
Spiteful against me?
Yes. Call it childish. Or anything.
And
But
and okay, well, now let's continue with the dumb part. Why Darius of all people? I understand if you were gonna go after someone that works under me, maybe one of my employees, maybe someone important like Leon. Darius doesn't even work for me.
I guess he was laid into my path. Another party wanted him dead. I helped.
You're as ever the useful tool, aren't you? Or, well, I mean, not so useful, but kind of like looks at him like he was almost succeeded. He was a normal person. How would that have felt? Killing and betraying another person that has, in fact, done nothing wrong to you, but actually helped you with your problems quite a lot. How would that felt to know that you have just killed him to spite me, and at the end I would have just laughed at you?
I would have been ashamed. And I would probably feel awful in the end.
You just... Is it that so hard to admit you enjoy to kill people? Because you keep finding these stupid excuses. And I look at you and I just see someone who enjoys the violence. Enjoys the control. Enjoys that rush it gives you. Come on, you can be honest. Stop pretending for one moment.
I mean, I do. I do like the rush of it. But it always gets me in trouble.
Yes, but that's the fun part of it, isn't it? Listen, isn't the forbidden fruit is the one that tastes the sweetest? That moment where you have someone's life in your very hands, you can feel their beating heart pulsating as they desperately look at you with that pleading puppy eyes. You just smile and you snuff it away. That power, have that control. That's a feeling that can't get it anywhere else, can you?
No, you can't.
Understand your mindset. Get it. Know you, I know you. This is why I knew you were gonna do this again. Someone like you doesn't just kill once. It's like a drug. You take it and then you're taking it. It's an addiction. It feels glorious every time you do.
It definitely does. Yes, I agree.
Now you see, I don't give a shit about Darius. Fine, it's funny. It's fun. You thought the problem is, I haven't heard from Harper. Now you won't happen to know anything about that, now would you?
She paid us a visit, but she got taken by some angels or something.
I'm sure by pay the visit, you didn't do anything bad to her, did you?
Not complete. No, I mean, we fight it a little bit, but
A little bit.
in
So
the end, she got.
just a scratch. I'm sure. Slight nickel.
You can call maybe a little bit more, but she's not dead.
One more lie out of your fucking mouth, I will decorate the rooms, the walls of this room with your innards. The fuck happened
I may have
to Harper?
gone a bit too hard on her, and I guess she called the angels, or the angels came for her. I don't know.
Darius shakes his head, puts an arm on your shoulder, and says, "They tried to kill her as well, but I intervened. I managed to request a favor out of Thursdays to get her out. I'm not sure exactly where they are right now." You can see Abaddon clenches her fists, tightens her jaw. Fiona... Sorry, go ahead.
Say that, Christina will say, "My fucking painting supplies aren't too far away. I can figure it out. I can fucking get us on a path at least."
Abaddon just almost doesn't even register that and says, "Fiona, sugarcoating situation. Do you think that makes you look better? You dress up the horrific actions. Do you even have any friends left to betray? I don't think you do.
I guess I don't.
Any other corpses you want to step on? I would just merely had a scrap. By that, I mean I almost killed her before she got taken away. The reason you're still breathing is the fact that I don't think she's dead. If I find out she's dead, it may change that. Because I realized, Fiona, I look at you and you know what I see? I see an unhinged psychopath with no ability to self-control and with no actual intelligence to help me in any way while you indulge in your vices. But I do have some value for you. I actually own your very soul. If I kill you right now, I get to collect. And you know what? You were supposed to be giving me a lot of other souls instead of causing me problems. I have in fact lost souls on you. And I think it's time at the very least I recoup my investments, or at the very least stop losing them. As the shadows around her start to tense up, as Darius takes a step forward and says, listen, I made a deal with her, and I'm here to talk on her behalf. As Abaddon lets out a small giggle, clearly not taking this seriously. Says, no, I'm quite serious, as he glances back at you. I promised that she would live, and that I would in fact set her free from you, get her soul back. Abaddon just sort of crosses her arms, leans back, and says, what possible thing you perceive to have in this negotiation, if you can call it that? Amuse me, Darius. Make me laugh. Please tell me, how do you even think you can swindle this round? Darius takes a deep breath. Says, well, I have something that you want, and I know that you want it more than anything else, and I think it's worth her soul. I mean, you lose out on one soul, but I think you can still recoup that investment, sort of. So I'm offering mine. There's a moment of silence, as she is seemingly shocked a bit by this offer.
So she almost kills you, almost kills Hopper, and she gets rewarded for it?
Darius looks at you and smiles and says, I have to believe that she can be better. I don't believe in this bullshit, like, you enjoy murder. I have to believe people can be redeemed. I believe she wants to redeem herself.
I did believe in it, Darius. I did. And she lied right to my face, and not even a few weeks out from that conversation where she does this.
I know. But I have to try. Abaddon says, your soul for hers, same contract. And I do mean the same contract. So not only will you have to, well, give up yours for eternity, you'll also have to pick up her own responsibilities. But I'll be lenient with those because it's not like she brought me too many souls. Like he does clench his fists, looking quite upset at that statement. But just nods as she sort of stands up, actually looking happy. Well, Fiona, I guess there are more bodies to step on. As she, with a wave of her hand, the contract manifests. As you do see Darius with one glance back, smiling at you and saying, just promise me you'll actually try this time.
Are you sure about this?
I want you. I know you can do better. Don't let me down again.
I won't fail you. I
As
promise.
will nod and sign the contract. As your soul is yours back. Or your previous contract gets annulled as Abaddon, gleeful excitement, says, worry, Darius. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. And it's going to be very interesting to see how you're going to square up gathering souls with that whole morality of yours. That's going to be a truly interesting dilemma. I will watch you with great interest. Lovely, lovely to see. But yes, Fiona, I am a demon of my word, so soul is yours to hold. And, well, your life is yours to hold as well. I won't take any retaliatory actions because, after all, Darius gave you his word that you won't be killed for this. I'm very particular about my phrasings. And I realized if freedom is what you want so bad, but you shall have it. I, in fact, am gonna break all ties and connections with you, Fiona. You are your own demon. As you feel something happening inside of you, Fiona, as your body sort of feels weaker, as there's a fatigue that gets instilled into your bones. As you feel something leave you. Oh, it's way worse than that, Zaz. As supernatural power that used to imbue you is completely gone. You are now, from a playbook version, nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly on all the moves, everything. Those are functionally over. Now you playbook. And I'll assign your stats in a moment, but I need to proper move. Yeah, as you sort of stumble a bit.
She's gonna look at Abaddon.
How does it feel?
Do it. Like I'm human again. Weak.
Yes, quite so. I mean, you're still technically a demon, just a very, very vulnerable and weak one. Fine, I'm sure you'll be able to build your own power with time.
Sure. Yes. Thank you, Abaddon.
You're most welcome. Now, Darius, follow along, my new servant. I have tasks for you. As she like turns around, walk outside, leave you and Christina alone.
Did you even realize you were lying to me when you said that?
I guess part of me was, part of me wasn't.
Yeah, no, I take it back, actually. You're not like the person I used to be. You're a lot fucking worse, actually.
I, yes, yes,
So come on, Abaddon's not here anymore. Why did you do it?
Oh, because I hate Abaddon with my flesh and blood.
Why?
It just seems like she's the cause of everything.
What did she do to you? What cause of what?
I mean, if I wouldn't have started collecting souls, maybe I wouldn't be the person I am now.
What souls have you collected?
Not many, but
You
those that I did
feel bad
matter to
about
people.
them? Did you feel bad about them?
I mean, I felt bad about Shark, yes.
Felt
At first,
bad about
yes.
him. Felt bad about him. Did you think about him at all in between when you did it and when we saw him again not too long ago? Did you ever think of asking if there was a way to get his soul back? I understand you have a contract, but do you ever act on this guilt that you say you had?
No, I didn't.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. What else did? What else were you forced to do?
I mean, not much else, but it was pathetic of me. I get it, yes. I shouldn't have done it. I did things
No,
and understand the punishment for it.
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up with the self-pitying fucking bullshit. Fix your heart or fucking die. And Christina's gonna leave the room.
All this was going on. Mac, get ready for your cameo.
He's got the rope. He's got the rope right there.
I am waiting around the corner to beat your ass. It's for Plavotics.
As well, Christian, you're just hanging out with Leon as you had to take down this like masked individual, and now like we're just kind of waiting for him to. He's like woken up, kind of like mumbling, but Leon just kind of kicked him again, and he stopped mumbling. And now we're kind of waiting for Abaddon to finish the other business. As you see her walking with Darius, as she, like Darius looks obviously injured before she sort of sends him away and gestures for you to actually approach her.
Yeah, that's Christian will do. What is it, boss?
Um, I, well, I believe that your assistance required somewhere else right now. You are to go to Columbus and meet up with Jay. Give him this note.
Can I'll take the note, not.
Good luck.
I'm just.
As you take your leave as Leon bids you farewell and good luck. As you walk through the portal and out into the city, you meet up with Jay and kind of hand him his note. As he starts reading, you can see his the shadows around him are starting to flare up. He looks curious beyond what you've ever seen him to look like. Just kind of says, you could swear there's a sparkle of electricity that ignites the paper, sort of setting it aflame. Harper, she's missing.
Sure, what happened to her?
Fiona tried to kill her. And Darius.
Why?
Apparently, I don't fucking know. Honestly, I don't fucking know. God.
Well, does the note has to say give any lead? You need help or?
No, but it does. Shit. He puts his arm on your shoulder. I'm sorry.
Does it say she's missing?
No, it's something else that was mentioned. No doubt is burned, but he sort of gave a brief rundown of what happened, the context for this. It said that your college friend, I think, Duncan, right?
What happened to him?
He died.
What? Oh, that bitch did better than fucking kill him.
She had him killed because honestly, I don't know. I think fucking
dumbass.
Said his remains were eaten. Fuck.
Wish the fucking stairs at fucking Jade.
Abaddon gave us orders to find Harper. We're gonna do that, okay? Told specifically we're not allowed to harm Fiona.
Chris bites his lip.
Kill you. Fucking kill you, but you know what this note said? It said that Fiona wasn't alone. She had fucking Trigon helping her.
I guess Dragon is not under her protection.
No, didn't specify anything about the fucking asshole, and you know what? I feel like I need to punch something.
Alright,
You still
let's
need,
ask him a
the
few nice. How about we do the bad and worst comp routine?
You realize if she had Duncan killed, Trigon was at least there. If not fucking swinging.
Absolutely. Listen, she took down one of my friends. What about one of hers?
Let's fucking do this.
Yeah, let's go fucking determined.
So yeah, he's gonna send out a few text messages and gonna get. Eventually, it takes you a few hours to track down his club. As you walk in,
He's serving drinks.
He is. As you can see, he's chatting at the bar. As the person who turns around, don't really recognize her, but the aura she gives off, clearly angelic. As she looks at the two of you and says, let's not do this here, right, fellas? As Jay kind of leans over to you and says, I take the bitch, you kill him. Deal?
Deal.
As lightning flies towards her, as Trigon bolts for the back door, and I assume you give chase.
Absolutely, Grunt.
As you like the place will be level soon. Luckily, it wasn't really open for business. But as you bolt, you catch him in the hallway. It's like, what the fuck do you want?
Some fucking payback. As I begin fighting and smashing a skull into the fucking floor.
As you begin like changing blows. Time for you to roll. Who knows? Maybe you'll need it. I don't think so though.
Do I use like just?
Ah, look at that! Look at that!
It feels nice being a Grunt NPC.
And yeah, listen, you quickly overpower him. Listen, Christian, all of your jobs have been nothing but fighting for the
Violence, yeah,
last
Christian's a punchy man.
many months. You have literally done nothing else. Unlike this man with his fucking drugs, you are a skullcracker through and through. And I assume you don't hold back. I don't think you're here to hear his excuses, his cries for help, his desperate attempts at negotiation, at talking you down. As you brutally murder him, not stopping until it is just a pool of blood on the floor. As each hit you take, each cracking noise of his bones, moment stop as your rage sort of subsides enough that you see that his skull has been stomped into the floor. Blood is covering you completely and has soaked carpet underneath. As the door opens and you kind of glance back as you see Jay is looking a bit scuffed, but approaches you as he like looks at the body. Good fucking riddance.
Let's give him one last spit.
As after you do that, you see Jay ignite the place as fire begins to take hold.
May the both of them rest in piss. Alright, let's get Christmas to Jay. I think we should now get back to finding Harper. Thanks, Jay.
No worries. This guy was a piece of shit.
So fucking pathetic, man. I remember him being a big man. Fucking pretend to be big and strong. But one-on-one when fighting a fucking equal. What a little bitch.
Went out like he lived. As you walk back into the club, you see Abaddon almost waiting for you two. as the blood is still sort of dripping from your hands. It's dried a bit at this point, but you are still drenched in it. It says, I assume you two had your fun then?
Some loose ends were cut.
Good. Because while Nathan may have had to the unsavory thing of picking up the remains of your friend, I am confident that Trigon was the one that actually did in the killing.
Nathan was a fucking slave to her. By the way, was Nathan thing known that he was basically
Yeah,
her slave?
both
yeah.
of them were like, no,
Yeah.
belonged to Fiona more or less.
Yeah. Poor fucker, fucking following us. It was nothing but a personal dog. Battle him to fucking all hell and back.
And yet, when he was free, he went straight back to her of his own free will.
What a fucking cockroach. Anyway, his body's crispering away right now in the burning club. Is there anything else, boss? Otherwise, me and Jay will get back to
Yes.
searching for Harper.
What do you want to do with... I took the liberty of trying to... I understand your suffering. I do. I have managed to procure your friends. So, if you wish to ensure his departure into whatever awaits us next, or if you think he would serve, if you think he would be better off into artificial body, not exactly sure on the details on that, but I'll leave the choice up to you.
You can't imagine necromancy is too nice of a process for souls.
It is not a pleasant one, and I would not recommend it. You can, if you think you can part ways with him one last time, I think death is preferable.
Christian biting his lip once again, just fucking nods, Tough enough. Don't need to torture him one last time.
Know that cared for you.
Maybe a single tear, fucking like he wipes. He tries to. Chris tries to prevent tears, but be a big man. Maybe one single tear flows down as he wipes it off. You're so dumb. Thanks, boss.
Nods. It's the least I could do. As yeah, she's gonna turn around and Jay is kind of just sort of gonna put an arm on your shoulder and gonna take some time off. I can handle this on my own.
I'll count my pennies. I'll see how much a fucking cross cost at the cemetery. I may not have his remain.
He nods and says, "Let me know if you need help with anything."
No, I'm good. Just want to plan the cross down, and then I want to help find Harper.
Nods, then shouts after Abaddon and says, "One thing though, boss, why is she still alive? Exactly? How? What? You never told what." She's like Abaddon sort of stops and like slowly turns. I'm just what kind of shit were you offered to not just immediately kill her? As Abaddon says, well, one, I was offered another soul, Darius's soul specifically. He did this on his own. But two, I realized death would be so swift. I think it's much more fun to see someone struggle.
Chris actually perks up and smiles at that. If there's one thing that demons know, it's how to torture people.
I have been learning to be a bit more creative. Less torture and mayhem and more subtle forms of control. Suppose that will be all. She turns around and leaves.
I don't think Abaddon will fucking forgive anyone for touching Harper.
Yeah, no. I'm also not gonna. Fuck. Let's just go and try and track her down.
Christian will nod.
Yeah. That depart into rather hostile environment of the beyond world. Yeah, listen. May not be much. Small slice of vengeance.
Christian will buy him a cross eventually after, once he gets out of the far beyond, and at least he gets to be remembered.
Cross and a small funeral to honor him. I think he would have liked that.
One more to go tomorrow. I just need to avenge Blavant.
As we dial the time back, as Christina, you leave the room with Fiona. Do you go somewhere specifically, or do you just want to get out of here and get some fresh air?
I mean, she's not leaving the Inferno Club because this fucking Roger guy still needs to wake up. But I mean, I think just for her own peace of mind, she is going to go and she's going to try to paint Harper.
Yeah, give me your soothsayer roll. Yeah. So much nice when you just paint and I can just tell you what you see instead of me figuring out weird math puzzles. As you start painting and eventually the trance succeeds, you paint this almost seems like a dense forest that's leaning against the wind. As you see Harper lost amongst the trees. And above her, you see this shape that's shrouded by clouds. Looks massive. Its many slithering heads.
Cool. As for the question, is there any? I know it's a forest, but is there any anything like identifiable as a landmark?
Yes. As you focus, it's small, it's tiny. In the background, an almost... It's a castle. White, gleaming or reflecting light. As you realize she is searching for that castle, but it looks like she's going in the wrong direction.
All right. Suppose.
And report this to Abaddon.
Of course, yes.
As she will come in to see the painting. She glances at it for a few moments. She says, "Took her to the beyond world. Amusing."
Looks like he did. I mean, I don't know what that is, but I guess he did.
It is a place where people like you, me, more importantly, the angels, not really welcomed. Also a very dangerous land, treacherous, and not the most friendly of natives.
It's not good, but she's still alive now, and Christina will point out. Don't know exactly where that is located
That
in this
is
place, but
my mother's house.
all right.
Gives us an idea. Start looking.
Christina nods. If you like, I can keep doing periodical
No, it's fine.
updates.
I will set Jay, some of my other people. Tricky thing. The reason why the Beyond is such a dangerous place is that the land itself is alive, shifts, changes. If it doesn't cooperate with the ones who travel, it'll be impossible to find. You'll be wasting your time at this point. Have more urgent matters to discuss. That interesting travel of yours.
Is he waking up?
I think he has been up, but I want you to be there for the interrogation. Do you wish to bring your mortal friend as well? They seem to be close.
I'd like Ashley to be there. Very least, she deserves answers for what he did.
Better go fetch her. I have a meeting with a Fae to go to.
Christina will nod, and yeah, she'll go fetch Ashley.
Yeah,
There's a,
From your
she'll let
perspective,
the injuries heal.
there's a lot of information in that conversation that Christina is folding away for. Bring up later. Bring up later.
for you, Ashley, time will kind of pass. It's gonna be a couple of days at the very least.
Okay.
So it's almost a week. As you probably let me check your wound. Yeah, you were serious.
I'm not too serious.
So at the very least, probably you're like at. I don't think.
Okay.
The question is, would you reach out for supernatural healing? Because that then can expedite this.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to gain fucking favors in this fucking place.
Yeah. Then one. Eventually, Christina, you are. Well, actually, you know what? Let's focus on Colton first. For that, I look at the ontological winner tag. As Colton, after your prolonged fun session, is there any other conversation you would like to have with Maya?
I'm aware I got bedlammed, right, Yarn?
Yeah, that kind of feel a bit out of nowhere. The emotions kind of spiked a bit in you.
Yeah, as he's getting dressed, he's gonna ask. So, I'm always up for a few rounds, but why go through the effort of bedlaming me?
Because I wanted to do it now, and you're having second thoughts.
Grunt.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's probably not, but can I insight if that's true? If there was an ulterior motive.
I mean, you know, she kind of wanted you not to intervene in that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you already kind of know about that one.
You just he's just clear. He's a little shocked that she did it in the first place. Not like hurt, but just kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, don't give me those puppy eyes now. Not like I made you do stuff you didn't want to do anyway.
Mm, no, you never. You never told me who took over for you when you left the court. How did that? Who did that?
Are
How
you
did
so
you get it back?
curious?
Mm, because I'm a curious person in nature, and I was under the impression that monarchs can't tend to leave their court.
Well, see, the problem is, um, you you just have to pass the crown to someone else. The problem is, you have to trust that that someone else will give it back to you. And most monarchs, especially those that are long-lived and paranoid, never gonna take that risk.
Was it Sky? She doesn't seem like want that power.
No. Sky, you assume she doesn't want that power because what? She likes punching things? She did punch things as a monarch.
It sounds more like responsibility and
Response. That I see. That's your human mind talking. That you think you just take power and suddenly you're responsible. No, you can do whatever you want. You can turn this into your own circus if you wanted to. Sky took the power. I assure you, this spring court would look more like a gladiatorial arena than an actual court. Who knows kind of what rules? Knowing her, she might just make everyone fight her before they bring a proposition up.
it would make Saturdays more interesting.
So no, that's you are quite wrong on that. Yes.
Evelyn?
Just marks and nods.
I'm surprised she gave it back. She seems one of those people with thoughts within thoughts.
Yes. And she knows that if I'm not here, her deal with Abaddon is gone, and her deal with Abaddon is gone. She's left with 3 angry monarchs and a bunch of other people looking to aim for your head. And that's a complicated fight, which exactly someone who will be cautious and strategic will never want to engage. They'll think about the many ways they can fail. Someone like Sky would never do that.
Do you ever regret taking the position?
No. There are some drawbacks, to be sure, but overall, I'm having way more fun now than I used to. Although Abaddon is becoming increasingly boring. That's one thing I never expected.
Yeah. What is your end goal with her? To make her more violent, vicious?
Or I want her to be like her old self. She's now mellowed out almost. I don't know. Kind of weird. I know it used to be a time where if you crossed her, she would probably make you eat your own parents. But nowadays, kind of keeps going on with that. Violence is basic. I want to be more fancy attitude. Ugh. You would think it's very hard for someone to change in a short amount of time, but you're wrong.
Change isn't necessarily bad.
Well, it is when it makes her boring.
But she does have power and influence now
Yes,
that she'd
so
otherwise not have.
you think I took this position because I want power and influence, Colton?
I think you took this position so you didn't have somebody telling you what you can and can't do.
Yeah, and I want to exercise that right. But suddenly, when my allies start having morals and boundaries, hmm. Again, I'd expected this from a lot of people. Not her, though. Not her.
You keep me around, and I like to try to have some moral center.
Yeah, but you're cute when you do it. I don't hang out with you because we can devise new torture methods. I hang out with you because you make me feel good.
Alright. Have you thought about what happens after she goes back to the way she was?
Yeah, we go back to having proper fun instead of this like pussyfooting around.
Well, it seems like I can respect what you're saying. It seems like she has end goals, and your goals are very in the moment.
Colton, I live in the moment. Why would I have goals for some place I don't live in?
Not a criticism, just an observation.
Yes, an astute one. Congratulations.
How long have I been in here for? Versus time out there.
Guess we'll have to find out when you walk out.
Alright, well, it's only been a couple days. I can't imagine anything too crazy going on. Hmm.
Oh, you
Well,
would be surprised. I just received information that Abaddon's lieutenant is come here to give me a stern message.
mm,
He never comes here, by the way. I don't think he likes me too much.
Leon? Yeah,
Mhm.
he's kind of a dick, kind of boring. But when he talks, he should earn at least your respect. He does do the work.
I don't respect people because they do the work. I respect people when they do daring things, things that impress me.
Alright. Well, is there anything you need from me?
Your affection, maybe, but
Haven't I proved that you have it eternal?
hmm, so desperate to go outside. Fine. Far
Well,
be
it
it from
seems
me to
when,
keep you here contained.
as much as I love spending time with you, the world's moving so fast, and it is quite interesting time to be alive, don't you think?
That I can agree with you.
I can't get involved or be mischievous and get in the way of people if I'm here.
Well, good luck with that then.
As always, it is a pleasure to see you.
And smiles and nods, and as you walk out, check your phone. Yeah, no, it's been multiple days. Expected.
Hmm. I guess I would contact the Ashley, Christina, and Fiona and text them all saying, "Did I miss anything? I've been out of town for a couple
Well,
days."
Ashley and Christina, it comes up as if they're out of like cell service. Fiona though, I mean, it does connect for her.
She would just reply, "It's been a few days."
Well, no, Fiona, for you, you just walked into Inferno, walked back out.
Oh, got
and
it.
Time has also been like fucked for you as well. You've literally
it.
just walked out of Inferno half an hour ago. The wonderful, wonderful properties of time dilation.
Amazing. Then she would just reply, "I need a few drinks."
Do you need company?
Sure, why not?
What's the worst that can happen, Grunt?
Yeah, I mean, you can find a bar to hang out.
Mhm.
Why would you say that to the scheming eunuch?
Because Grunt is a benevolent god.
Yeah, no, we'll go out and hang out at the bar. Wonderful, wonderful.
Cat, stop trying that.
As
Sorry.
meanwhile, Ashley, you finally enter Inferno. You will be greeted by some escorts that will take you off to the side, away from the main dance floor and area where people are partying. As you will see Christina down the hall, Leon next door.
Ashley, how are you? How are you feeling?
Quick question, Grunt, can I bring my chain in? I kept it in my pocket.
They're not searching you for weapons. They don't care. Like,
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just bring. Better. I'm not there just yet, but I've been doing better.
It's good.
I gotta thank you for the other night.
Don't mention it. He's about to wake up. Well, actually, he's already woken up, but
You have him here? That was quick work.
Yes. Was a funny little trick we pulled on him, and figured. Well, I asked Abinov if we could wait till you got here. Just figured you have your own questions, and well,
Of course.
don't worry, we're not going to kill him. You already asked for that, but we all got questions for him, so let's not waste time.
Yeah, let's not keep the woman waiting.
As yeah, you will sort of step in the room. You can see his still kind of bound, and just a pair of pants and the mask.
How's the hand looking?
Well, I mean, it's healed now.
Okay.
Yes, Christina will just say, I mean, we can start with your questions, Ashley, if you want.
No, please, you start first.
All right. Roger. So, just something. What do you know about Lucifer, the devil?
It's sort of. Why do you care?
Because I'm an oracle. I see the fucking future, and he keeps showing up.
That sounds like not my problem.
Just turn to Ashley. He just needs to be alive, right? We can torture him, right?
Oh yeah. course. I mean, he did this to my arms after all. So just flash up my arms. The burns across them.
Well, do you still
He's
think I'm?
lucky that I begged for his life.
Do you still think I'm your friend?
We'll get to that.
Answer me that one question, and then we can proceed with whatever questions you have.
I just look at Christina. Give her a nod if she wants to torture him.
Okay. Listen, it's evident you were trying to run away somewhere. I don't really care to keep you here for too long. Are you really gonna make me play hard with you?
You want your questions answered? She has to answer mine. No deal otherwise.
Fine, I can answer your questions first.
Do you still think I'm your
As
friend?
As I take the chain and just start wrapping it around my hand. As I'm just gonna start laying into him, Grunt.
Yeah, he can't really fight back as you
Yeah.
start like hitting him with that. As bruises give to scratches and blood starts to slowly drip. As he takes.
And I'm aiming for like on any creature, it'd be like brittle areas like the fucking kneecaps, the chest, like shoulders. I'm trying to make shit crack.
Yeah, and it doesn't take too much effort as there will be like grunts of pain, but he'll at least maintain his composure as he takes the beat.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to answer the question whilst I'm fucking beating the shit out of him. I told you I fucking loved you, Roger. Not in like some weird fucking let's bang because you're a weirdo. No, because I fucking liked you, Roger. I thought we were friends, yeah. Yeah, I thought we were fucking friends. I painted the side of a car with you. My fucking van. Because that's what you wanted to do, Roger. And you said you could repay me. I didn't even really ask what that repayment was. And I changed the van for you. And it was some... Yeah, sure, I can get some food out of my van now. Cool. I fucking listened to your shitty, like, music just because it pissed you off. I talked about common interest. I tried to fucking engage with you, Roger. Yeah. And yeah, you can burn the shit out of me. That's not the worst my friends have fucking done to me, Roger. We're still fucking friends, but fucking work out what you want, you prick.
As you take a breather, as you quickly inhale and exhale air, he just sort of turns to look at you. I will kill you.
No, you fucking won't. Roger, we're friends. But that doesn't mean there's no fucking consequences to your actions. This is the one fucking chance you get to try and fucking kill me and get away with it. You fucking understand me?
I will try again. I will not stop.
Yeah, but you're my friend.
Every time you say that,
And if
he
you're-
just seemingly gets pissed off even more, like visibly. Like he
Well,
was reacting
it's
less to the punching than he is now.
You're pissed that we're fucking friends, Roger?
Yes.
I think we went through a hell of a lot of more connection than most people go through in fucking lifetimes, Roger. You're willing to... Well, a bodyguard's usually going to lay down their life. I was ready to fucking chat about you with informations on jobs. You could have made it fucking high out here, Roger. And you're upset that someone fucking cares about you? Fucking cry me a river then, prick. You don't get to decide who fucking cares about you and who doesn't. If you want to be this fucking disgusting prick that kills everyone, that injures people. I won't fucking allow that. I will put you fucking in the ground 6 feet under, but that doesn't change how I fucking feel about you now. No, you're my friend and I'll kill you because I fucking care about you. So you don't turn into something ugly, alright? And I don't care if that's who you used to be, Roger. In the fucking, week that I knew you, you were decent. And that proves that you can be decent, Roger. And if that week is the only decency you have in you, I will kill you for it, because that's the only example on this earth that I'll allow you to have, is someone being fucking decent.
He doesn't really say anything. Like, he is clearly very angry. And says, after a silence, we'll see about that, I guess.
Alright, that's enough of that weird shit. Lucifer. Let's talk about him.
What the fuck do you want to know about him?
Everything you fucking know.
He is a chill guy.
Friendship.
No. We talked. And that
Talked
was
about
it.
what?
Random shit.
We ask for details, or otherwise I'll continue torturing you.
Could just bring Abaddon in here.
Good, yeah.
I
I
asked
don't
about
think
the weather. I asked about different. I asked about comics. You want to know literally everything? We were gonna be here for a while.
yes. Time works differently down here. We've got
Talk
time on
to,
our side.
talk to a man who claims to be the literal Lucifer, the literal devil.
Yeah, so
Very powerful man, and you talked about that with him.
you know how many people who claim to be that I've met? At least 2. And I'm told there's more, so that doesn't mean jack shit to me.
His demeanor, his stance, anything throw you slightly off
Oh,
that
Let's actually talk about something fucking else.
noticeable.
Let's talk about something else then. What did I recently saw a very interesting vision of my friend here, Ashley, being killed in a fucking shadow dimension. What, do you know anything about fucking that?
No. The only thing
Nothing.
I know is what she knows as well. I told you to not mess with her. Fucking mess with her. Now you'll have to deal with the same fucking consequences as me.
I was only down there because of you.
Well, nobody asked you to.
Yeah, well, it would be nice to have a friend by my side if it comes up again, but
Oh, fuck off. You friendship.
I'll keep fucking mention it if you keep dodging questions. Now answer the woman properly.
I told you what I know.
How the hell did you piss this person off so much that they're willing to kill people just connected to you?
Who says I pissed her off? Maybe I made her happy. Maybe she also thinks she's my friend. The fuck do you care
That's
about?
not answering the question, though.
Well,
I care about people who kill my friends, yes.
fuck off. If you kill me, at least I'll die a fucking swift death.
Well, no one's killing you. I made them promise not to kill you.
I don't
That's
think
my hunter buddies as well. Everyone's on a
Listen,
strict restriction not to kill you.
look, Ashley, you've been down there. Do you think whatever you can do to me out here is Worse than that?
Oh no, but like you said, might be here a while.
Until she figures out how to break into this place as well. And what the fuck are you gonna do? I'm a fucking walking time bomb. Gonna keep me here. Gonna get fucked eventually.
No,
I
I don't think Abaddon has enemies that would love to have you until this ticking time bomb goes off.
I don't even know who the fuck this Abaddon is.
And I'll introduce you.
Have any more questions, or is this just posing now?
No, my initial assessment of you are right. You are just a crazy man.
Ah, fuck off. Like, you are much more sane. And she like looks at Ashley. She fucking calls me a friend after talking like 2 times, and I'm the crazy one.
You know,
Yeah.
But Ashley, that is kind of he is kind of right.
Whose fucking side are you on, Christina?
I'm on the side of you valuing yourself more highly in the future and not attaching yourself to clearly psychotic people.
Really? Not attaching myself to clearly psychotic people. What the fuck did you call college then? No, seriously, answer me that. What the fuck did you call college? So I think the only fucking sane person there was Ellie. And she ended up in a terrible fucking way. Her brother was bloody murdered. And, oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that was because we were trying to reach out to someone that was fucking unreachable in all fucking terms. And let me check. I fucking backed you up on you being a psychotic bitch all the fucking time. I told Colton and the owner to back down on that fucking shit all the fucking time. Now, if the owner's going around gathering souls and losing her fucking self, she doesn't know what she's fucking doing. Colton seems worse off. He can't even come up with a decent fucking plan, let alone actually do anything. He's being cucked by the fucking Fae. What the fuck do you call college?
I think we've already had that talk. And no, Fiona knew what she was doing every step of the way, and she still does.
Then why is she still fucking out there? Why'd you let Colton run free? Just because he used to be a descendant of angels or whatever the fuck he is?
What the fuck are you even talking about right now?
Colton's done horrible shit. Far worse than you've actually ever done. And I could create a great argument for you to be in jail.
Fiona doesn't regret anything she did. She never will. She just tried to kill the person who just stepped out to help her. She almost killed Harper, too.
You're telling me Harper doesn't fucking deserve it at this point?
No, she doesn't. I'm done with this conversation.
Like, walk out. Take a break from this.
Yeah, going out to basically tell Abaddon that this fucking guy, if he knows anything, he's. I don't think he actually knows anything. Like, he does just, if Abaddon wants to fucking press on him, she can, but like this guy, I don't think he actually has any useful information.
You walk out, and Ashley, I guess you stay in the room for a bit.
Yeah, I'm still in the room. I'm just looking at him still. See,
So-
that's why I call you a fucking friend. 'Cause that's my fucking friends. Roger.
As the door doesn't close, and as you glance, you realize that Darius is walking through.
Apologies about what happened to you.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
As you can see, like half his face is cracked to pieces. There's multiple holes in his body. I'll be honest. I want to have like an actual conversation to.
Who's asking that?
This is Darius.
What, with him?
No. With me. I don't. Looks at Roger. I don't think he is the listening type right now.
You take everyone else's burdens, you don't need mine.
Gestures at his holes and says, this is a scratch. Plus,
Is it?
Yeah, it's a skin suit, fake body, made out of clay. Come on, let's have a drink, and I may have an idea about him as well.
Yeah, I wander out with him then.
Yeah, as he'll off as you like puts kind of sits you at one of the small 2-person tables. I'll be honest, you've had it pretty rough.
Yeah.
That's quite normal.
Seems like you have as well.
Yeah, but unlike me, you don't deserve what's happening.
You're
I
telling me you do?
made mistakes and get here because I just stumbled.
Yeah, but they are my fucking mistakes.
Can't be responsible for what other people choose to do.
Yeah, I'm responsible for the way I react in those situations. You know, I had a chance to let Christian die. I don't know if you've met him. He's usually around here somewhere. I should have. Fucking should have let the majority of them die. If I had a chance to join up with an organization that would hunt monsters down to the end, my organization would fucking put them on death row. Yet, for some fucking reason, I still fucking care for them inside. And I have no fucking clue why. And when it fucking comes to it, I will say I'm at fucking fault as well for some of this shit, even though I know deep down I'm not.
Let me tell you a story. There's a group of people I used to talk with. Still do every now and then, but well, believe in redeeming the redemption of others, the ability to make up for your mistakes. But
Yeah.
they believe that some people are so far gone, they are beyond redemption. Now, when I talked with Vigil, I said, I don't believe there's such a thing. I believe that maybe it's impossible, but I will die trying to find a way for everyone. At that time, there was this woman. Absolutely insane, psychotic, sadistic. killed people, tortured, raped, manipulated them in doing the most horrible things to them and playing with them like they were fucked up toys. Then I was surprised. Why? Because, well, on the outside, everyone would see this. I and others got a bit close. We were able to help her. As we realized a lot of problems, this woman had been horribly abused. Knew nothing but violence. Violence was the language she spoke. And when I told this group of people that claimed to believe in the redemption of others, you know what they did? When I told them that I want to help this one, they laughed at me. I think they're still laughing at me. But with time, enough perseverance, small progresses were achieved. I've learned things since then. Idealism is not what I'm preaching to, Ashley. But I don't think you're wrong for feeling what you feel, for believing, for acting the way you do. Instead, I admire that. I respect that. There's a certain determination in you that people like me and others, sure, there are most people will look at you and call you insane, stupid. But there are others who will understand, and for me at least, I look at you and I see a warrior for actual good. Ashley, I've learned that the only person who can break the cycle of violence is myself. Each of us need to make that decision to end the violence at themselves. This world isn't fair, it isn't just, it's fucked. Every part you look at it, it's fucked, and it doesn't get better, it only gets worse. Until someone has the courage and the guts to stand up for what they believe in, not be apologetic, not be cynical, but truly believe and force their will upon the world to make it better. It's a slow process. It's a hard process. It's a struggle that will never end. So I won't blame you if you just decide to take the easy road. Start killing, to start being more violent. You look at someone who's killed 10 people and decide that, you know what, I'm gonna save more by putting a bullet in their skull and trying and risking for them to go out and kill again. No one would fault you for that. But my dream is that one day we will be able to not resort to that approach. We will actually be able to understand those who commit heinous acts and help them be better. Help them heal themselves. I believe that people who inflict such atrocities only do so because they themselves are wounded. Misery spreads misery. And I believe that the only way to permanently fix that is to change things at the root. Not by cutting it out, but by healing it. I don't think you are broken for feeling how you feel. In fact, I think you are maybe the most healed, most whole person here. It's just that the world is fucked. And it seems like you don't fit. Maybe that's the point. Maybe we need to make the world fit this better version of ourselves than conforming to its demands.
Yeah, I just hugged Darius.
I'm gonna hug you back. If you ever need a friend, you know where to find me, you know how to reach me. You
Yeah.
are not alone in this. As long as I'm around, you are not alone.
I mean, great story. And he's alive, isn't he? I mean, that kind of proves that I don't want to go out and just kill everyone. But
Your friend there.
people change if there isn't consequences. People know they've done wrong if they just can do whatever the fuck they like and nothing happens. Them at least.
Consequences exist. And you don't, even if you don't see them, they exist. Fiona almost killed me. In fact, they thought they did. Almost killed Harper. She yet lives. Now, some may think Christina thinks she gets rewarded because I talked to Abaddon into letting her go, giving her soul back, giving the contract, annulling everything, setting her completely free. Do you know what happened to her now? She's somewhere in the city, powerless, defenseless, forced to walk the path. A mortal, almost, you could say. I think that's the punishment that fits the crime. I think death, in fact, would have skipped the punishment. I think redemption, path towards redemption, is the penance we all pay for our sins. And some may fail on that path. But I want to believe that there will be others to help them lift up and continue walking.
Make sure he doesn't die whilst I'm gone.
No, he won't. Instead, I think I'm gonna have a philosophical debate on the meaning of friendship.
It's a shame I'm gonna miss it.
See, that's the tragedy of it. I think he cares about you, but I think the word friendship is quite tainted, rotten to the. I'm gonna figure out why. But kind of being he's so scared of. I mean, talking to someone who calls himself Lucifer and you're cool, but anyways, take a break, rest a bit. I'll reach out to you if I figure something out.
I give him a nod to leave the club.
As well, Christina, where do you walk? Clear your head a bit. Just go straight to finding Abaddon.
Yeah, just to inform her that the fucking interrogation does not seemingly not going to render anything.
As yeah, you walk up to the VIP area. You find her there, sort of sitting. As you inform her of that, sort of premises. Suppose it was a bit too easy.
I don't know. The only thing we can confirm is he's met the man in question, but he's claimed to meet two other people who've claimed to be Lucifer, so who's to say?
I think done enough for now. I have a new torturer. I need to see how he performs.
And who would that be?
Oh, I'm gonna make Darius torture him, of course. You see, Darius has an interesting philosophy of only doing good and helping people and non-violence, and I've been trying to push it, see how far he's willing to jump through hoops. At this point, his soul and his whole being in my very employment. See how long he can keep jumping through those hoops.
Christina will just say all that for Fiona.
The man is nothing if not suicidal. I don't. I thought I was a bit more special, but I guess he does this for everyone.
He does seem to have apparently has enough reputation for doing this for Leon to have given me his number back when it all happened.
At the very least, now with me owning him, I can at least ensure he's not gonna actually kill himself. Idiot.
That's good, at least. He's a good man, but he's a good man in a very bad world.
A very stubborn man. We'll see. I think soon he will kind of break. I don't see a way out of him for him out of this one. As she smiles, she seems very happy at this outcome.
Yeah, Grant, can I try to? Can I roll to figure someone out?
There you go.
yeah.
3 questions. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, the thinkers wonder what's your beef with Darius. Does she fucking hate this guy?
It seems like it's a very long and convoluted game of who is actually right. She seems like she disagrees with his whole sort of worldview, and it's a matter of, well, I'll prove you wrong. Like, she is clearly trying to push him into doing like things he would not be, he like claims to not be in support of, like torture, like violence, like killing. She is clearly trying to push him in that direction.
What does she worry is going to happen? She did bring up stopping him from killing himself and dying.
You're pretty sure from the way she talked. During that whole conversation with Fiona that you think about, she made quite sure that Fiona would know that she doesn't care. Of course, she doesn't care. But now that Fiona's gone and she's like clearly prioritizing his safety, you realize that was most likely just kind of bullshitting. And she was genuinely afraid that he might die. And is like, there's a genuine concern for his health, well-being, and her frustration at his lack of what's the word? Not self-care, self-worth. His lack of survival instincts is quite annoying, deeply so.
That's cool. That's cool. And then for the last question, Grant, how could I get her to could I get her to open up a bit about this?
You know what? She is in a bit of a vulnerable state because she was scared, but now she is feeling cocky again. So probably if you just pressure her now would be a good time, because she is drunk on victory.
All right.
And she trusts you enough to not like view you as an enemy.
Yeah. I think Christina will say so I imagine there's clearly been a history with you two before this. Can imagine must have been a interesting one for it to have led to this.
Oh. Well, if you have time for stories. See, you are shocked of why he did this for Fiona. She gestures for the chair in front of her. Let me make a list of the things I did to him in life. I fucked his son, tortured him, then did the same to his dad. I disguised myself as his girlfriend at the time, had sex with him, did the same thing to her girlfriend in reverse. I then lured him into a trap, killed him, turned him into a vampire. I made sure he had a miserable time because I knew he would have trouble with feeding on mortals, harming them. And I also made sure he was gonna be cursed with lycanthropy. And when he was at his most vulnerable, I ensured his girlfriend at the time would be right next to him for him to kill her with his own fangs. And then I left him.
If I could venture, I guess. Mentioned it before. Someone took someone that was dear to you. You ruined them.
I did.
Safe to assume that this was Darius then?
No. He decided to interfere between me and his son, and he wiped his son's emotional state. Took that quite personally.
Why does he stick around after all that?
Say Darius had a bit of a revelation in his suicidal state, where he was a broken man, just ready to die. Made a deal with an angel. That angel did something to him, or told me exactly what, but from my understanding, he saw the last moment of a lot of people's lives. That took him. Imagine the mental duress one might endure, seeing hundreds and hundreds of people as they're on their deathbed, seeing their lives flashing before their eyes.
I don't really need to imagine. I've recent vision. I had to experience that with just one person, and it was terrible.
Apparently, he experienced it with many individuals. After which, he was turned into an angel. His soul flayed and twisted into one. And with his renewed vigor and determination to, as he says, make up for past mistake. And then, one thing led to another. He shocked me a couple of times and has made his intentions quite clear that he wishes to help me become better.
It's not that's the first. That's not the thing most people would dedicate themselves towards.
I also
After
Yes. I also find it quite irritating, shocking, and weird. But he kept insisting. Kept doing these weird things that make, in fact, no sense.
Christina will say, Christina will just say, so is that what this is then? Just another part of the game then?
Well, he claims that the world can be made better through sheer fucking will, so I do like to see him try. The annoying part is that he keeps worming his way through things. But I don't think this will be one challenge he can just push through. It'd be funny to see him actually spill blood for once.
What's the end goal, if you don't mind me asking?
She looks genuinely a bit embarrassed. Kind of, well, I mean, the end goal would be to him that I'm right and he's wrong. That's kind of bullshit. It's kind of bullshit. Not the most convincing lie.
Seems a very anticlimactic ending for what sounds like such a harrowing tale.
I maybe haven't thought this completely, but I don't. I don't. My relationship with him is complicated. At the very least, now I am happy to understand that I was, I'll be honest, silly me. I thought he was doing all of this from a place of affection, but here's his self-sacrifice extends to literally everyone. So at the very
So
least,
you-
he's just insane.
Were you hoping it was from a place of affection?
That's not irrelevant. Maybe.
He seems. Have you talked with him about that?
I will eventually broach the subject. But I think for the first time in been at it 2 years now. The first time in 2 years his actions make a bit more sense to me. Now he's still insane, but at least they make sense.
Yeah. Christina will say, Christina's actually going to just, she's going to ask, what would make you more upset if he perseveres despite it all, or if he finally breaks?
Yes, we will have to see. As she clearly doesn't have an answer for that question.
Christina will nod. She'll say it was wonderful getting the chance to get to know you, Abaddon.
You are getting quite involved with me. I feel like trusting you at this point is not gonna be a fool's errand.
Christina will nod. Darius doesn't look like he succeeded with Fiona, but well, somehow made me a better person.
She kind of grimaces and says, "Not all of us are monsters. You, Christina, you are better than me and Fiona. Me and Fiona have the same desires, same mindsets. Just that I've been a bit more successful at it than her."
Christina will actually say, imagine that adds to the distaste you feel for her then?
No, I actually quite. The only distaste I have is for her hypocrisy, if anything. I quite appreciate what she's been doing, as again Abaddon is lying through her teeth. This is all an act at this point.
You know what? It's time for Christina to be bold. It's time for Christina to get bold. She'll say, "Does the mask you wear ever get heavy?"
If you're also gonna tell me I have funny. I remember somebody else saying something similar to me a long time ago. You know what? You people, you all think you can just see through me. I'm actually pretending. I'm actually just a hurt little girl that needs some consolation, some emotional support.
I never said that, but thank you for confirming it.
She like clenches her jaw a bit. Well, that person who was very smug about it is now my servant, and I will be watching him torture Roger until I am happy with the answers he gives. If you'll excuse me, as she gets up, absolutely pissed off at you calling her out. You have won this debate. She has in fact been beaten with facts and
As
logic.
McIntyre defeated with facts and logic. Like, it's like, damn, thank you for confirming everything I thought.
Yeah, we'll walk up and move away from you, as he will in fact go to fetch Darius and drag him into a room and see how he finagles his way out of this argument. Thanks to Ashley, there is a chance of success, because he now understands Roger's issues.
Fucking Darius is like, watch this, and starts just like giving him gifts and shit.
Yeah, because now he understands that Roger's actual problem is with the definition of friendship, and like, what kind of trauma has been inflicted on you, my friend, that you view friendship as such a horrible thing? Like, what the fuck happened to you? But yeah. As Ashley, you will see Fiona, so not Fiona, Christina coming down from the stage. I'm not sure if you want to interact with her or leave before she like reaches where you're at.
I'll just give her a nod.
Casino will give you a nod as well.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. It's all right. Sometimes it's nice to have a reminder that being a better person now doesn't erase what I did.
I don't know if I'm over it all. Everything that happened. I like to think I am. I like to think that, well, you're not blowing everything off anymore. I mean, that it is what it is. You tell the truth and you don't hide who you are. You don't do that anymore.
Gonna level with you, Ashley.
Better.
I'm gonna level with you. Until very recently, the way I viewed the world was very simple. I viewed it as everything exists to be used. Everyone exists to be taken advantage of. That there's nothing wrong with doing all of that. There's nothing wrong with doing anything to anyone, and I thought that's how everyone else viewed the world. I went through my entire life doing what I did to you, to Colton, to Harper. I did it to everyone. Started with my dad, moved on to friends in fucking high school, did it to babysitters, eventually got really good at it. It was only because of some recently it happened with Colton and Claudia and some others that realized how fucking pathetic that life is. Hollow it is. To be honest, it's still kind of hard. Empathy is still something I'm learning. Like to think I'm getting better at it.
Well, you know me and my personality, so I'll give you much tips there on empathy.
No. I think you are a very empathetic person. The problem is you're dealing with a lot of people who either refuse to really reflect on what happened, or decided that apparently doubling down on it is their best course of action.
Yeah, and I wish it was easy just to forgive them, but I've put myself in a terrible mindset by doing that. I love you, Christina. Not in a Colton way, but I love you.
Christina's actually taken aback by that. Christina's actually taken aback by that.
But I don't know if I'm ready to forgive you for everything.
Christina's just gonna say forgiveness is earned. It's not, I don't think it's something that should be given away so easily. Harper told me that maybe she'll forgive me one day. That's fine enough.
Yeah, but that's coming from Harper, the person that forgave a literal psychopath for torture of many friends. I don't know, I don't talk to Jay all too much, so maybe he's earned it by now, but that's not fair to put one person higher up on that pedestal than another that gets this free ride of empathy and the others don't.
Jay, I don't think Jay ever really had that much free will when we met him in college. It doesn't absolve him. I don't think he thinks that either. But in a way, I think most of us were worse than he was. We made those choices. We made them of free will, mostly. At any point, all of us had, I think, a lot more ability to walk away than he did.
Much as I hate you guys for the decisions you made, I don't think anyone's had a choice to walk away. That was never on the table.
For what it's worth, Ashley, I meant it when I said I was sorry about all of that.
I know.
And I can tell you this, I imagine you, by the fact that you didn't sound surprised when I brought up Colton and Claudia. I think you already know about that.
Oh yeah, Leon blabbed about it ages ago.
Great.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is a strong word, but I'd rather him get better than to see him continue down this fucking self-destructive path he's on until he ends up dead in a ditch.
All I want for any of you.
Just
It stood in the way of a powerful being, whatever it was, for Christian, and I don't regret it. As contradictive as that is from what I just said in that blowout, I don't regret it. I just wish he didn't murder 10 people just before and continue into what he is now.
so yeah, Christine will just say. Yeah, Christine will just say. I think he can get better too. Think
Maybe. An eternity's a long time.
that he is. I got better. At least looks like I am getting better. And well, back then at least, I was one of the worst.
The worst is relative.
Yeah, but when you compare what most of them were doing, I mean, I guess me and Fiona were actually pretty much the same, actually. She just, I just let the mask drop first.
That's always been something good about you, Christina. You don't hide anything.
Do you, tell me honestly, do you think that now, maybe, fucking Fiona's gonna do any self-reflection?
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. I was gonna see where she is, if we can meet up.
Keep an eye on her.
I'll come with.
Actually, yeah, I think I will. I think the last words I said to her were, well, they were truthful, but I think I was a little too emotional at the time.
Yeah, maybe we can get Colton. I don't know, just talk like old times.
Yeah, as the two of you will make your way out. Meanwhile, at this point, Colton and Fiona, you do meet up for drinks at one of the local bars.
How's it going?
It's bad and good at the same time.
So I'm guessing you went through with it?
I did a lot of things.
Start from the beginning.
So I tried to kill Darius.
Almost spits takes his drink. But why?
I talked to a werewolf I knew, and apparently Moloch wanted him dead, and I saw it as an opportunity to take revenge on Abaddon.
You know, revenge is a fool's game.
Yeah. Yes, it is. But apparently, after I thought Darius was dead, he wasn't. And he convinced me to go back to Abaddon, and he offered his soul for mine. So I would be free.
He pokes your shoulder, so does that mean no more demonisms?
I mean, I feel almost as weak as a human being, yes.
Well, so what are you gonna do now?
You know, it's what Darius did, and no one has ever done something like that for me. I feel truly grateful. I mean, he could have just thrown me into the pit and I would be a goner.
All right.
But he offered his own soul for mine. So I will try to take this as a new start and take it serious. Get better. Still need to find out a way how to.
Well, it's gonna take time. You can't. You gotta start fixing yourself up before you try to start fixing others. Have you ever thought about trying to get some distance?
No. No, I didn't.
What are you thinking now? How do you want to help?
Yeah, I want to help wherever I can.
All right. Well, first, why don't you start with something small? Like, I don't know, letting go of your anger towards Abaddon. Trust me, I'm not her biggest fan either, but going up against her seems to only cause you pain.
And it does seem like it is.
Like, what do you gain by hurting her? What have you lost by hurting her?
I've gained nothing. And lost things I shouldn't have had in the first place.
So, I'm telling you, let the vengeance go. All right.
I guess it's a start, yes.
So, if you're not demon, what are you now? If you're not quite demon, what are you now?
Physically speaking, you're still a demon, but you've lost like literally all the powers.
Officially I'm still a demon, but without powers, so
All right. Well, I don't think you want. Do you want powers and abilities, or do you want to just kind of let it go?
I mean, if I want to help people, powers wouldn't hurt, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to handle those right now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, powers always come at a price. They're never given
Yes.
for free. Unless
Maybe
there's
I'm
some-
better off without them for right now.
Yeah.
So, what are you up to?
I was out of town for a couple days. Mm, Maya didn't really want me to leave after yours and my last conversation, so I was at the Fate Court for a couple days.
It's a fake word nowadays.
I don't really deal with it. I don't really deal with it, I'll be honest. It's for me just a place to get away. I don't deal with the politics usually.
And how's it going with Maya?
Interesting as ever. Sometimes concerning.
What do you mean concerning?
Well, you remember how the Fae were. So, sometimes they let their nature get the better of them sometimes. And you might not always agree with the decision they make, but you kind of just have to accept them.
So, what she's up to?
Well, I can't really talk about it. It's long story short, just sometimes a little chaos for chaos sake.
Okay. You need help?
No, I don't. Ever since the thing with Claudia, I don't usually get orders to do things like that. I let a wizard go once, and I haven't really gotten a mission since.
Okay.
What about you? Is there anything else I need to know about? Any shoes hanging over your head that I should be aware of?
I mean, I'm not aware of any right now. I mean, you still have to deal with Nathan and his father one day,
Yeah.
but that's for the future.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting talk for sure. How you gonna square that circle?
No fucking idea.
That sounds like future year's problem, but today's problem is us running low on booze right now.
Yes, definitely I need some more.
Where are you staying nowadays?
Just small apartment, but
Here,
it's just something small.
we'll have a few more drinks and I'll walk you home. All right?
Sounds good to me.
You drink for a bit. Ashley, as you walk out with Christina, both of your cell phones will like ding as a message from Colton from a while ago. Pops in.
Yeah, what was the message? I've completely forgotten. Like that.
Something along the lines of, "Hey, I've been out for a while. What's happened?"
Yeah, I'll just bring him. Person.
Hold on. Hey, Ashley, what's up?
Hey, wondering what's been going on?
Yeah.
Want to meet up?
I'm a little busy. Are you doing anything tomorrow?
I mean, yeah, if it's something you've got to take care of. Sure.
We'll get breakfast or something in the morning, all right?
All right. I then give Fiona a call.
She would answer.
Now, Ashley. Now, Ashley, I'm gonna be very mean right now. I'm gonna be very mean. Weird. It's the same song that's playing in the background at the bar. Weird how that happened.
Hey Fiona, heard what went on. What are you listening to?
Some music. Why?
That's fine. Yeah, I heard what happened. You want to chat?
No, I'm kind of busy. What about tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. If tomorrow works.
Great. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, okay. Couldn't trust in that one.
Just yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Yeah. I think they're busy with each other.
Interesting.
I mean, do you want to do anything? They said they'll meet up tomorrow.
Me. Guess we can. Do you want to surprise them tomorrow? Just have them both go to the same place? I mean, we're there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Ashley, you'll go and rest because you're still quite wounded.
Yeah, I am fucked still.
But I do see that ontological winner tag, and I have to keep piling on. As
Oh, that's fine.
Bolton and yours, the night goes on. Eventually, both of you will see a woman walking up the table. Woman, which I don't think. Quickly looking at the NPCs, none of you have seen before. None of you have seen before. But her angelic features are quite obvious. As she approaches your table with a polite smile and says, "Mind if I take a seat?"
Of course not. Have a seat. What will you be having?
Just water for me. As she glances at you, Fiona, and says, "I heard about what happened. Must be going
I
through
guess
quite a lot."
What was fast?
Well, your friend was called to one of our people. News does travel fast. Don't worry, I'm not here in any sort of aggressive capacity. I merely wanted to actually check in on you.
Why would you? I mean,
That's rather kind of you. You seem to know us, but we're at a little disadvantage here.
My apologies. My name is Portia. I represent Heaven's interests.
Colton winces a little bit. Nice to meet you, Portia.
Wise. Fiona, my dear, your actions, while quite condemnable, I believe could be I believe you are correct in despising Demon Lord Abaddon. He is quite the unpleasant character. And
I
while I will be the first to chastise you for trying to murder Darius, I think you wishing to fight against Abaddon is not the worst of intentions.
But weren't you the one who tried to kill my ex-friend, Harper?
One, no. Two, there was never an intent to kill her.
What was the intent there?
Merely search and rescue, retrieval. Ask a couple of questions and I'll clarify the situation. Must apologize for our handling of the situation. Her soul did give off the wrong vibe, call it. A mere misunderstanding.
Sure, of course, yes. So, what exactly are you here for? I mean, just checking up on me.
Checking up on you,
Uh,
and of course, I think there's enough people out there who, as she glances at Colton, who are willing to offer you words of comfort and encouragement in this trying time. I'm here to offer you, let's say, a position.
A position.
Yes. Like I said, we are actively trying to combat Abaddon and her influence. Now I'm here to make a deal with you, offer you the chance to be part of that fight in a more responsible and controlled manner, not just merely lashing out at people who honestly don't really deserve it.
What's the catch?
Well, the catch is you will work under me.
Mm,
We are ready to imbue you with certain power that, well, you go back on your words might have some dire consequences for you.
you're gonna make her a sworn.
She nods.
What she's trying to pitch you is what I do for Maya. Or what I did do for them. It's your words are gonna bind you to a certain degree of set of rules, like no harming the innocents, working against their enemies, do not go against their orders, etc., etc.
So, who are your enemies then? Just Abaddon?
We work to protect mortals from the supernatural. But your main focus will be Abaddon, since you will be working underneath.
I don't know what to say. Um,
This is a big decision. Can you give her some time to think about it?
Oh, of course. You've reached the decision that you want to accept this offer. All you need to do is say a prayer for me and I'll come down flying.
I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
Nods, smiles, and gets up and takes her leave. As she's walking away, turns back to you, Colton, and says, "You know, and you broke the arrangement. More than willing to accept you back in the fold if you ever decide that working for the rather chaotic and less humane Fae doesn't suit for you.
You'll have to. I'll keep it in mind, but you'll have to forgive me. The last time I put my full faith in one of you, I got stabbed in the back for it.
Well,
Literally.
Colton, that person turned out to be a traitor to us as well. You believe Lord Kamail appreciated his soul being sliced into pieces?
No, I suppose not.
I assure you that incident was another Abaddon scheme, as was the entire campus fiasco.
Like I said, it's a big decision.
Of course, no. I'm just merely reminding you you have the opportunity. She turns
Give
around.
Azazel my regards.
Wanna roll me a figure someone out there, Colton?
Yeah, it was.
Ah,
just
the
fun,
winning
like,
line. The winning line.
Uh, sorry.
Figure someone out.
I'm gonna fuck this up.
Ah, look at this. Look at this.
Look at this man.
Yeah, so as you say that, she smiles and nods, but I don't think she's on good terms with Azazel. I don't think she's gonna give him your good regards.
You mean she's not part of the liberal establishment?
No, I don't think she is. In fact, you're pretty sure she was a bit annoyed at you bringing him up.
He gives her a smile and nods. Hey, Fiona, I think when she disappears,
Yeah.
I think I'll turn back and say, I think it's spoiled my mood. You wanna head back home?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. But with the one question, when you worked for them, did you trust them?
I trusted Azazel, and then I trusted Claudia, and I grew feelings for one, and it didn't work out too well for me. I don't have any real opinions on the Angels, but what I will say is they're just as scheming as everybody else. And she was not a fan of Azazel, and I'm going to tell you, Azazel was a friend to humanity, at least when I worked for him. I don't know what her intentions are, but I would get a hold of Ashley and see what you can find out about this person. If she can find out about anything about him.
Got it. Should we tell Christine as well?
Honestly, I'm not sure in your position telling anybody's a good idea, to be honest. But you know what? We're drunk and we have a night to think about it and regroup.
I guess you're right about that as well.
Come on, maybe we can go find a movie or something.
Oh, what about the Titanic? Amazing movie.
Perfect movie. Best movie. I think it's DiCaprio's best film, next to Critters 3.
Yes.
I will text Ashley a name, Molag. Can
Would you
find
text me?
Yeah, I will text you a name called Molag.
You get thumbs up back. And then I say, meet at coffee shop, whatever the fucking one we're calling it. It won't be college. Yeah, it'd be a coffee shop.
It's Dunkin' Donuts.
It's not a fucking Dunkin' Donuts. You can get your fucking American art out.
Sorry, it's Starbucks? I don't know.
It's a normal fucking coffee shop. It's not a fucking company-owned branded.
I agree with Shadow. Don't make me like nuke Starbucks from the map. Yeah, we'll eventually retreat, and yes, both of you have a meeting in the morning. That's right. As both get there, you realize, yeah, you see. Ashley, are you like with Christina just at the table, right, waiting for them?
Yeah, we've already got that coffee orders done. We're sipping ours,
Yeah, so
just having general chit chat.
as you get there in the morning, you see both Ashley and Christina just waiting for.
Oh, I forgot I invited both of you at the same time.
Yes.
Going.
Why not have a little get together?
Well, it's
Why
been a
not?
little bit. And we were all trying to be above the politicking.
You think this is a politics call?
I don't know.
I don't know about you guys, but it's been a rough week for myself. And this isn't me crying, but rough week for others.
I'll be honest, it's been interesting. The Spring Monarch was out and about in our dimension, and I had to rescue her from being kidnapped, and then I was gone for a couple days. So it was relatively uneventful.
And I fucked up again.
Yeah, heard about that.
Thought so.
My visions have been not great. Mostly, it's mostly been a lot of doom, despair, suffering. It's not great.
You want to talk about it?
I think we all should talk about it. That and a lot more as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's more than what I imagine we can get done in one little coffee meetup. I've been thinking, and you don't serve under Abaddon, do you? Looking at Fiona.
No, I don't serve anymore.
I mean, Colton might be the most difficult to get out of this, but why don't we get away from the city for a while? Just a road trip, 4 of us.
I would love to.
Going to be honest, I think something very bad's going to happen in the city very soon. All visions are leading towards that conclusion, and
Bad things are happening to us. I don't think it's the city.
I don't know. Then this name Moloch keeps popping up.
What was that, Tick? You're very
Yes,
quiet on my end.
This name Moloch keeps popping up. It wouldn't hurt to do some research before we leave.
How about a day before we leave? If evil's going to raise its head, it's going to raise it before we leave. Keep us here. Gives us time to pack and everything.
I don't want to leave. What?
Colton? Won't force you, but we're not going to work at full efficiency if we're like this.
Are we just gonna run away from the problems?
No, of course not. Did your vision show that whatever's happening, it's targeting us, it's not targeting the city? Or is your
No, no. Personal visions have shown bad things happening to you. The other visions are about, are not about just us.
Christina, how bad is it gonna get?
I'm not sure, but at the very least, I think a lot of people in Columbus are going to get hurt. Because even if it doesn't involve any of them, fortunately, it's going to happen in their backyard.
So can you find out if there's a way to stop it? Or at least
Trying to do.
You know what? Let's throw everything on the table and see what we know and see what direction we're possibly heading. Who could possibly be behind it? You said you saw visions? Any...
Yes, it's solid vision. They're all related to a man claiming to be Lucifer. For whatever reason, there's the vampire who was supposed to meet Freya. For whatever reason, whatever she's doing is going to lead to unspecified doom. Implication is it's doom for Abaddon, which for some reason is connected to Lucifer.
Is this what I'm thinking, Lucifer, or is it just like a code name?
Everyone I've talked to seems to think that it's just a jumped up demon lord taking a name. I'm not too sure. The man seems very I don't think the man would really consider me worth lying to.
I just know that a person named Molag is pulling strings, but Fiona could probably tell you more about it than I can.
I worked for her not for long, but she's not good with Abaddon. And she seems to want some power on her own, and could be her.
Rebecca's also trying to make power plays in the cities, but knowing her, she doesn't do anything unless being backed by somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, Freya seems to be, a vampire, but she's willing to take the city by force rather than anything else. That do. Twitchy fellow. He's after some book within the city to have magical properties. Trying to in on it. I mean, then there's Roger, whatever else he's got gathered up in.
Roger? Who's Roger?
A guy from a universe where Scooby-Doo and superheroes are real.
What?
Fucking what?
Are you high?
You good?
My god, he is just
Did you
fucking...
get into Harper Stash?
No, that's at least what he told me. I mean, if you believe that, no?
Well...
I will say something, because I just remembered. Christina, you did walk out and did see that. Yeah, what you think about it? Actually, this van did kind of resemble the Mystery Machines like paint.
Is that fucking why your fucking van is painted like the Mystery Machine?
I mean, I said that while screaming at him, yeah.
Are you trying to be inconspicuous?
No, he said it struck terror from where he was from.
Strikes fear and terror.
Not in our universe.
Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Okay, when all this is over, Ashley's getting a Great Dane.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I offered to get a dog, and he said that was a terrible idea.
So, to reel it back a bit, dangerous people are making big moves in the city. Some of them are in ways that are not yet properly understood, either directly or indirectly tied to Lucifer and some fucking scheme in some fashion. We have two names right now. Freya and Rebecca. All right. I think between the four of us, this is a good lead. I think we can follow it. I think we can find it out. And once we know more, then we can actually make the choice on what to do. Maybe we solve it ourselves. Maybe we take it to Abaddon. Maybe we take it to a third party. But for this to work, all of us are going to have each other's backs. We're gonna have to be able to trust each other. Which means, if you end up in trouble, you call someone. If you end up getting an offer that you don't trust, you call someone. If you end up getting an offer that you have to take because otherwise it seems like you're going to die, you fucking lie through your teeth, you take it, then you call someone. We're not going to be flying off the handle, not going to be kicking in doors on our own. This is an investigation. Am I clear, Fiona?
Yes, yes, you are.
Good. Good. That was mostly directed at you, but also to everyone.
All right. So who do we want to start putting?
I'd recommend Rebecca because I've met Freya recently. I've talked to Freya, and she's a lot more intimidating.
I mean, I got some favors she owes me. I did a job for her once, and she still owes me.
Good. She owes me too.
I wonder what that job would have been.
It's getting shock.
No, I know. I'm just saying that menacingly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, you two can talk to her. I don't think she owes me anything. Me and Ashley can stay around as backup if you guys come across any trouble.
There's people in the city I can talk to. The werewolf here that we promised to keep in contact about any local cities going on. At least a lead.
Yeah. If you can trust him.
I don't have to discuss my half.
I would talk to my Fae contacts, but I want to keep myself available in case something happens and I need to rush somewhere.
Yeah. Let's keep the big players out of it for now.
All right.
All right. So we focus on Rebecca first. See what we can find out there. Follow up the chain. See how this connects to Freya, and hopefully, somewhere along the fucking way, find out how this connects to the literal devil himself.
All right. You have a plan?
Yeah, sort of one.
It's a start. Sounds good to me.
I guess we'll start tonight then.
Start tonight. And one last thing. One last thing. I know we've all made some choices in the past. Some of us made more choices than others that we regret, or at least claim to regret. I'm gonna take it on faith that everyone who claims that they regret their past choices is being truthful right now.
I am.
Didn't want to call you out. I didn't want to call you out there, Fiona, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna say this. That fucking gnawing hole you feel in your fucking chest? That fucking burning goddamn sensation? Thing that's called shame. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Most of us here should be feeling it. Three of us a lot more than others. But I think we all have some things to not feel great about. But feeling that's not fucking good enough. Acting on that's going to be the important part. Reaching out, making amends with people you've hurt, building bridges, apologizing for the things you've done, and more importantly, helping people. I don't just mean helping the people we know, helping the people you've hurt. I think we should actually take a fucking lesson from Ashley. We should help people we don't know because it's just the fucking right thing to do. Some of them, yeah, we're going to ask for something in return. But I think for a lot of them, I think maybe we should just start helping people for the sake of helping people. I believe in all of you. I have faith in all of you. I still have faith in some of you despite everything. No one at this table, everyone at this table has somebody that believes in them, even if it's just me. But I guarantee you, you have more people than that who believe that you can change. We don't have to be these broken fucking husks of people pushing our lives along and just at most hoping we can get through without being hurt. We can get better. Some of us, we can be the people that we thought we were going to be in college. For some of us, we can be better than the fucking people we knew we were in college. I'm going to be with you every step of the way, and I hope you're going to be with me. If one of us falls, one of us trips, we help them. Get them back up. If one of us fucks up, if we do something that we shouldn't have, we'll be there to help them make it right. I do have a question, Grant.
Yes.
This might be pushing it, but can I proc an instant move with all three of them?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can all do if you want to. Like, I'm trying to think. They give you one profit. I feel like I should give you one for everyone. As
I'm about to get fucking brain blasted.
as you feel cold, dark, your vision blurs, can't see anything. But then you realize you're sitting at the table, this coffee shop, discussing. The world almost frozen around you. You know, those shadows that were around Ashley. Years they have spread all around all of you.